So today we're going to be talking about JavaScript's operators and expressions. It's going to be a really interesting video, so stay tuned and watch it till the end. So let's get started right into it. So you know that there are basic operators such as arithmetic operator, after that there's assignment operator, comparison operator, and there's logical operator, and there's an operator precedence too, procedure as well. Operator procedure. So we're going to be covering all of these topics accordingly. So first of all, let's have an overview about arithmetic operator. So I'll write arithmetic operator. So this is our arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operators are used for basic mathematical expressions. We're not gonna, not this. I'll escape. So yeah. Arithmetic operators are used for basic arithmetical operations such as addition. As we know why we use addition, is really easy. Addition we use for adding two numbers. After that we use subtraction for subtracting the second number from the first number. After that we use multiplication, multiplies two numbers. After that we use division, which divides the first number by the second number. After that we use modulus. What is modulus? So modulus finds the remainder of dividing the first number to the second number. That's how you find a modulus. So it's gonna find the remainder of dividing the first number to the second number. After this, what's the last one? It's exponent. Exponentation. So this raises the first number to the power of the second number. This is the job of arithmetic operators. So I hope you got all of them. So after this, there's assignment operators. Assignment operators assign value to variables. So like they assign value to variables. So you know this. Let me select all of this right now. Let's remove all of this. So equal to sign. What is this called in JavaScript? So this assigns a value to a variable. Like equal to is assigning a variable. When you press equal to, this is assigning a value to a variable. After this, I'll just say plus equal to. So this is adds a sign. So what does this thing mean? I'll give an example. Plus equal to. What does this thing mean? So like if you say x plus equal to 2 and x equal to x plus 2, do you see any difference in these both things, in these both operators? So what if I say both of these are the same, both of them are equal to each other? Would you believe it? And that's totally correct. So that's what it means. This adds a sign. So this equals to this. It's the same thing. So there's another thing in our assignment operator. I'll teach you another thing. The last thing is like minus equal to. What does this mean? This means in assignment operator, it means it's a subtraction. So if this is subtraction. Now let me tell you about multiplication. This is how you write multiplication. Division is a line, slash is called division. And the last one I'll tell about modulus. So modulus is a percentage sign. That's how you write the modulus in assignment operator. So I hope you understood all of this. So let me select all of this and let's remove this again. So let me tell you about comparison operators. So comparison operators compare two value and return true or false. So like it returns true or false, like 2 equal to, check if values are equal. When you write 2 equal, then it's gonna check the value is true or not. So after that, 3 equals. What is 3 equal to? It's strictly equality, checks value and types. It's strictly equal. It's just gonna check the value and type it. So what is exclamation mark and equal to? It checks if the value are not equal. It checks if the value is not equal. Then we're gonna be writing exclamation mark and 2 equal to. So when we write 2 equal to, it's gonna be strict inequality, checks values and type. It's gonna check the value and type. Now let me tell you some basic operation. You know this. One second. So now if I say that you already know one is less than, greater than, then less greater than equal to, and then lesser than equal to. You already know these are really simple. So these are another comparison operator that compare two values. You could compare them. So now the last one is logical operators. So logical operators are used for combining or negating Boolean expressions. So we know this is called AND operator. These are operators, and or not. This operator, what is this? Returns true if both conditions are true. This is gonna be true if both conditions are true. Like if I say 1 and then 1 and then 0, what's gonna be the answer for this? 1 and then 0 is equal to 0. Now if I say 1 and 1 is equal to 1, it means that these both values, if these both are same, then it's true. It doesn't matter if it's both are 0, so it's gonna be 0. It's gonna be like both of them have to be equal. Both of them have to be true. Like both of them have to be true to be true. If like either way, if we just write 0 in the beginning and 1, it's gonna be 0. So both of them have to be true in order to be true. That's an AND operator. After AND operator, there's OR operator. Yes, this is called OR operator. OR operator. What does OR operator do? Let me tell you about OR operator. It returns true if at least one condition is true. So it's true if one condition is true. Like I'll say 0 and then the 1, it's equal to 1 because 1 operator is 2. Now if I say 1 and 1 or 0, it's still gonna be 1. If I say 1 or 1, it's gonna be 1. But 0 or 0 is gonna be 0. It just needs 1 to be 1 to be positive. The whole thing is gonna be true. That's an OR operator. So the last is NOT operator. The NOT operator is really simple. It's just a negate. Like when you write 0, it's gonna be 1. When you write 1, it's gonna be 0. It's just gonna be like this. This is NOT operator. It's just a negate operator. So the last thing what we're gonna be discussing is operator procedure. So operator procedure determines order in which operator are elevated. Multiplication, division are elevated before addition and subtraction, but parentheses can use and diagnose this. So we're gonna be understanding this later on with an example. I have an example prepared for this. So we're gonna be understanding all of these functions. So let's get started with our basic arithmetic operation. So first of all, let's zoom a little in. Let's even do word wrap. Alt Z. I did word wrap as well. Now let's see it's working. Yeah, it's working. I'll copy all of this. I'll remove all of this. I'll zoom it one more inside. I hope it's totally perfect. So now we'll be opening our boilerplate because we want to be writing our basic HTML code inside. So we could know that, okay, over here, this is how we're going to run it. We want to run all of our code on a web page. So in the document, I could just say coding. In the body tag, we're going to be writing our main component of data. So let's make a h1 over here, header 1, and let's say JavaScript operator. It's a JavaScript operator. It's going to know, okay, it's a JavaScript operator. I'll say an expression too. It's a JavaScript operator and expression. After this, I'll open a bracket. And inside the bracket, I'll just tell how are we gonna do it. I'll say open the console. How do we open up console on Google Chrome? If you don't know, I'll just let you know. So I'll just say press Control C T R L, Control plus Shift plus, and it was J. Control plus Shift plus J. You're gonna write this on in Chrome. What is this gonna do? This is gonna to see output of the examples. You're gonna know why I wrote this later on, to see the output. I know it looks foolish right now. Like, why are you gonna be writing on your code on your web page like something like this? We wanna be displaying our stuff accordingly, so that's why we're gonna be doing it. So we'll make a script tag and we'll open the script tag and we'll just show stuff like this. I'll just save this and let's see in our web page what we have created till now. So now it sees, you see the JavaScript operator and expression. Open the console, Control plus Shift plus J incro, Control Shift J. Now you see the console, this console open, there's nothing inside. We didn't write any JavaScript, so nothing's gonna be showing inside. So let's go back in our Visual Code Studio and we're gonna be writing our arithmetic operator over here. So I'll be making small examples so you could understand. So now let's do a basic thing. Let's add, subtract and find modulus of two numbers. Let's find add, subtract of two numbers. I'll just say 10 and 3. Two random numbers over here. So now let's start. We'll assign the variables. We'll just say let a is equal to 10 because we had two variables. I said 10 and 3. So I'll just let b is equal to, I'll let a equal to 3. Semicolon. So I've assigned these two variables. One is 10, one is 3. So I'll just make a console.log. I'll just say okay, a plus b. Before this I'll tell us one more thing. Open the bracket and over here I'll just tell one more thing. I'll say addition so we know. I'll say addition. So I'll be making a colon over here and I'll open a bracket over here as well and I'll plus it so we can know both of these are staying over here, and let's close the bracket accordingly because it didn't close it by itself. So let's close it. This is our console log and our addition's gonna happen, and same process is gonna be followed for subtraction. You see we did a plus b over here, now we're gonna do a minus b over here, and for now we're gonna do modulus. Now it's telling for multiply, I want to do a modulus, and we'll open the bracket and we'll say modulus, and we're gonna do a percentage b, a modulus b. This is how we're gonna be writing our code. Now let's save this code and let's go on our web page, and now let's see what have we created. I'll refresh it over here, Control Shift J, and we see over here this is so crazy. Now you see addition 13, subtraction 7, modulus 3, and I can understand this right now. I'll open the code side by side, and now let me show you one thing. These are both of our figures over here. Let me make this a little zoomed out. Now I hope you're seeing it totally well. Now you see there's two variables over here, a which is equal to 10, b is equal to 3. So I said addition a plus b. I said to this, do it by himself. It's gonna get okay, the a is equal to 10 is gonna put 10 over here, and b is equal to 3 is gonna put 3 over here. 10 plus 3 is equal to 13. It's written addition 13. Now subtraction a minus b, 10 minus 3 is equal to 7. It did 7 over here. Now modulus a modulus b, it did 1. The 1 was the remainder. So this is so crazy. This is really amazing. So we're gonna be following this process and we're gonna be completing all of this. So this is how you do arithmetic operators. So I hope you understood this. The arithmetic operators were really simple. So after arithmetic operators, we're gonna be doing assignment operators. So I'll just keep the web page like this so you could be knowing side by side like how are we doing it. So it's over here, normal. Yeah. Let's remove all of this extra stuff what we had. Now for assignment operator, let's start a thing. We'll just say, no, not this. Let's start a thing. I'll just say, okay, let's start a thing and I'll just assign a value x is equal to 5. I'll just say x is equal to 5. Increment it by 3, then multiply it by 2. This is a thing what I want to do. I'll just add over here. I'll tell over here. increment it by 3, then multiply it by 2. What are we gonna be incrementing and multiply? I'll just say in the beginning too, x is equal to 5. I'm writing this so you could know that what are we doing and why did we even write all of this. So now let me tell you the basic thing what we want to be doing by assignment operator. We'll just say, okay, we need x is equal to 5, increment it by 3, then multiply it by 2. We just want this simple thing. So now let's let a variable, and let's just say let x is equal to 5 semicolon. Now let's say x plus equal to, we want to increment it, is equal to 3. Now we're going to be closing the semicolon. Now we'll just say another thing, x equal to, x plus equal to 2, because we want to increment it. Then we're going to be making the semicolon. Now let's add another thing, console dot log x, and that's all. We just have to write this. Now how are you gonna know that it's gonna work? I've saved this over here. I'll be refreshing this page, and now you see it's 10 over here. It's 10. What did it say? X is equal to 5, incremented by 3, then multiply it by 2. It incremented by 3, which is 8, and 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. So over here 10 is being displayed, which is so amazing and so awesome. I hope you understand why we used it over here. It's super simple. You just have to tell and you have to do it accordingly. So now we're gonna be learning how to do the comparison operator. So I could remove all of this. I could remove the comment as well. I'll just escape over here. Just keep on asking me to do something over here. So now let's add another thing. I'll add another comment over here, and I'll say I want to check. You could do anything by yourself. I'm just teaching you, so I'm just having random ideas what I want to display. I'll just say check if 5 is equal to 5. Check if 5 is equal to 5, and whether ten is greater than 8. We just have to do a random thing. I just said check if 5 is equal to 5, whether 10 is greater than 8. So now let's write the code for this. It's really simple, just 3-line code. We'll just open a console.log over here, and let's say 5 is equal to 5 in a bracket. 5, how do we write equal to? I told you double equal to is equal to in what? In comparison operator. You gotta remember all of these. This is comparison operator. So double equal to is equal to single equal over here. Now inside a double bracket, we're gonna be writing 5 over here, and we'll be closing our bracket accordingly, and we just did semicolon. Now we could add another thing. This is triple equal to. What is this? Strict equality. We want to even do strict equality. We just said okay, now we want to be adding triple over here, triple equal to. Now we'll just add another thing, console.log, and now let me say one operation. As I said above, you see whether 10 is greater than 8. I'll just say inside the bracket 10 is greater than 8. So you can know that 10 is greater than 8. We're gonna be writing semicolon over here. We'll save this. We'll refresh our page, and now it's so amazing. It's so amazing. It told that it's gonna check if 5 is equal to 5. It checked if 5 is equal to 5. It said it's true, and now it's saying console.log check if 5 is strictly equal to 5. It's saying no, it's not strictly equal to 5 because it's not written over here. I just had to check 5 is equal. It was not even a statement over here. Now whether 10 is greater than 8, it's gonna check whether 10 is equal to 8. Yeah, it's equal to 8. It's equal to 8. So now it displayed true. It's so amazing. It's so simple. This is how you do it. This is how we're writing JavaScript. It's so amazing. Now we're gonna be writing about logical operator. We'll be finishing down this comment, and this will keep on coming. Now for logical operator, I'll just add another comment over here, and now what am I gonna say? Check if both, now this is true. I'll say check if both true and false are true, and negate a condition. I'll just say this. I want to check if both are true and false and are equal to true. I have to check if both are true, false are true, and negate a condition. This is my task where I gotta complete through logical operator. So this is really nice and really simple. We're gonna go down and I'll just let a variable. I'll just say let a equal to I'll just let a equal to true. And what do I do? What can I do with it? I'll just say b equal to false. You could do in the same line. Doesn't mean anything, no difference. So now I'll just three line code. It's so simple. I'll just say console.log a and b is equal to false. Now I'll just do conditions like this. I'll just make it. No, I'll just change my condition. I didn't like this condition, so I'll just say one more thing. I'll just say console.log. Now my condition, what I'm gonna say, a or b. Now it's gotta tell me the answer for this. I'll be coming over here and it's gonna be saying it's true. It's telling me the answers over here. This is just a comment. I'll remove these comments before we're saving. Like, it's gonna tell, okay, this console a and b is false, a or b is true, and this not a is false. So I'll just, now you gotta remember, false, true, false. How are we gonna know? Like, you gotta be understanding this. It's really simple. I told you the answers. So now we're gonna save it over here. You saw we save it. Now we're gonna refresh it. Now we saved our code once again. Now we're gonna refresh our code, and now you see it's false, true, false. This is how amazing it is. It's analyzing every single thing and it's doing every single thing accordingly. It's so amazing. Now the last thing what we could do is we could study about operator procedure. So operator procedure, I told you that we could do an example for operator procedure. Like, let's add a comment over here real quick and let me just tell you how to do it. Let's say one thing. Let's evaluate 5 plus 2. I'll just say random. I'll just evaluate 5 plus 2 multiply by 3. I'll just evaluate this. And what do I evaluate? I'll just say in a bracket. Now I'll evaluate in the bracket 5 plus 2 multiply by 3. Is there any difference over here? Like, you know, there's Damas rule, divide, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. I just want to know, is there any difference in both of these? If there's difference in making a bracket and writing them. I didn't multiply it by 3 over here, sorry. Multiply by 3. Now both of these conditions are same. There's just one bracket over here. 5 and 2 is in a bracket and 5 plus 2 is not in a bracket over there. So now this is a simple thing what we're gonna do. I'll just let a variable. What am I gonna let? I'll let a result over here, result 1 over here, and I'll equal to it, and I'll just say 5 plus 2 multiply by 3. This is my first condition. Now I'll let result 2 and I'll be writing the same thing in a bracket. Now I'll just add console log and I'll say result 1 and console log result 2. This is so simple. So I reviewed my code and I just made spaces in this. You saw it was just like so congested. I made spaces in this and now it's working accordingly. So now what's the result 1? Result 1 is equal to 11 and result 2 is equal to 21. If you didn't understand, I'll just explain every single thing again. I'll just say evaluate 5 plus 2 multiply by 3, and 5 plus 2 is multiplied by 3, and this is in a bracket. This is not in a bracket, so I just said in the result 1, okay, I want to be displaying that without a bracket. Then result 2, I'll say, okay, I want to display with the bracket. And the answer, you see, both of these equations have different answers. So now you see Damas rule is really true, and you gotta follow Damas rule whenever you're gonna be using mathematical equation, and it's really, really helpful. And now you see there's a difference between both of these codes by this. So this is really amazing. I hope you understood a lot from this. Our code was really, really simple. If you need any sort of help in your code, just feel free to comment down below. If you have any questions, any queries of how we wrote it, or even want the code, you could feel free to comment down below. We'll be willing to give you the code too. Any questions, anything ahead, please feel free to comment. and we're always there to help you out. So thank you for watching till the end. Thank you.